Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Chris Cast for ETF2L Season 32 Division 1 playoff stages for our game against AWOOOOO versus Ora Elektro. And my name is Lucky, and I'm joined by Wiethoofd on production, and Nhaaj is my co-caster. How's it going, my buddy?
Hi.
I'm going good. How are you, my man?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm excited to see Division 1 again after my last cast. Where we watched Clarted and that bunch fight against Ora Elektro, I think it was. But that was an awesome game. So I'm excited to see how these teams do. Have you been watching much of Div 1?
I haven't been watching a lot. I've seen a couple of the games. I've been especially watching Domo's team because I've been speaking to him a lot recently. He's been doing alright.
He's been doing alright. Yeah, I've been checking out their logs and stuff over the last couple of weeks. But Domo, of course, played on 7, got a pretty big history behind him. Pretty solid player, so it's sort of exciting to see him take on Div 1 now, just off the back of coming out of 7, which is insanely strong. So between these two teams, beyond Ora Elektro, they've had I don't know. They've had varied success. It's been going pretty well. They've got some pretty big names on their roster. I'll just run it down for you. Lanza, Gonu, Junu, Kelvin, Everex, and Hemp. So pretty stacked roster, IMO, Nhaaj.
Yeah, it really is. Like, some of the players there, hella talented. Especially people that you don't really... Initially, you saw Everex exactly, really, just on the casting bench. Like, we saw him initially come through on the casting bench, or at least I did. And now he's out here getting frags, going big.
Good bits. And of course, on the other side, we have AWOOOOO, which is Domo, Pickles, Warp Snow, Acicle, and Crayon for their roster, which is, I've seen sort of like the rise of Crayon. He's becoming like an excellent player. Like, I've watched him play a few scrims, I've watched a few logs of him recently, and he just looks to be on form. But joined by Domo, and Pickles is a very competent medic, Warped is insane, and Snow and Acicle are really making their mark on Division 1 as well. So I'm sort of excited to see how these teams fare against each other. I don't really have a preference to either team. I'll do my best to predict, but who do you reckon looks to be the stronger team just based off rosters alone?
Stronger team based off rosters alone? I'd probably go for the AWOOOOO boys, but I mean, in reality, it could go a very different way depending on how the teams play it.
So we're just going to run down the maps real quick because they did do the picks and the bans before we even got here, which is fantastic. So AWOOOOO decided that they were going to ban Gully Wash first, and then Aura banned Snake. So these two bans, probably just preference bans. Like, they probably don't like to play Gully, AWOOOOO, and same for Aura with Snake, so just banning both of those out. And Ora Elektro decided they were going to pick Granary, so map 1 for us is going to be Granary, Nhaaj. What do you think about Granary?
Well, as everyone knows, it's a very soldier-oriented map, so I mean, the soldiers from each team are going to be looking to be as strong as possible and be as dominant as possible.
Plenty of high bombs and plenty of aggression coming out of soldiers. Considering Everex and Lanza and their history of being absolutely insane on this map, I'm surprised that they picked into them with the Granary pick.
Yeah, you could probably expect a lot out of these two soldiers, but like I said before, if people play right, you could see it go a very different way. Like, I've seen some very heavy bombs from other teams coming against the AWOOOOO boys, and they've managed to put their scouts in amazing positions to deny it.
Sounds promising. But then AWOOOOO in response decided they were going to pick Viaduct, maybe opting for that because they realised that they have Domo on their team and they will get a free W.
Yeah, I can agree.
Like, it's Domo, man. Like, he's not going to play around him. He played on 7. He's got all that experience. He knows what he's doing on the map. Of course, they have this. They have Snow on Scout as well, who's insane with his DM. So I'm not surprised that they picked Viaduct at all. I think that's a very good pick from them, even though it's a little bit. A lot of people would say absolute snooze fest, but I say competence has won this day.
Exactly. Yeah, I can see if they were to go onto Viaduct as strong as they've looked for quite a few of their games, I mean, the AWOOOOO boys could absolutely just dismantle the enemy team. Because I don't know, man. Like, the scouts and the demo of Domo just absolutely running forward and pounding everyone in every single one of the pushes I've seen from them. it's going quite nutty for them.
Yeah. So then, of course, we had AWOOOOO banning Logjam, probably because Logjam not really a favoured map at the minute. I don't see anyone who would want to pick Logjam, so I guess they would realise that it's going to get banned anyway. And the Ora ban process, so we're left with a decider of Sunshine. But to be honest, Nhaaj, if AWOOOOO win Granary, I'm not sure that we'll get a map 3, because I think that there'll just be that level of solid on Viaduct overall.
Yeah. I can definitely expect the AWOOOOO win on Viaduct, but I mean, on Granary, I feel like it could go either way, like, massively.
Yeah, I've got, like, no preference to each team. I reckon it'll be, it might even go down to the Golden Cap, because we did see how teams are playing this map at the moment. It's not really fast, it's sort of like a very slow-paced, stalemate-y kind of meta that we have on Granary right now, apart from when we saw... Yeah, Resident Sleeper entirely. Apart from when we saw Ascent. Because Ascent, in their official, versus the Frenchies, they just ran over them. They took the DM fights, just ran into them, and it just kept working with the 1 picks. So we'll see if anyone decides that they were going to adopt that strategy along with it. But there's a lot you can do with Granary, of course.
Yeah, there is a considerable amount. Like, there's so many hiding spots on this map that, I mean, we could see many a bombs, many a hides. There could be plenty of traps places that could really turn the tide of the game, and I think definitely both of these demos, Soldiers and Scouts, are more than competent enough to pull anything out of the bag here.
Oh, indeed. So now that we've discussed all that stuff, and I can't be bothered to talk about Granary anymore and just want this game to get underway, we'll talk a little bit about Critscast merch and other subscriptions and stuff that you can get, so you can go and buy merch for Critscast. Please buy the merch. Merch.critscast.com, and subscriptions on twitch.tv are much graciously appreciated, so thank you to everyone who does that for us. Big hugs and smooches from all of us at Critscast.
Big shout outs to all of you. I'll be buying some of that merch later on.
Are we wearing it live on stream?
Yeah.
And of course, guys, we have Copenhagen Games coming up soon as well, but I won't talk about that because we're going live, Nhaaj. So this is Season 32 of Division 1 on the playoff stages of Lower Bracket Round 1, and we are getting our first round underway, so this is going to be a very interesting one. I have no real predictions for how this one's going to go. It's probably going to be a very slow one, so get settled in, ladies and gentlemen. We do see Gonnet and Domo coming into mid very early, both of them sort of just trading off damage. Domo is actually losing this exchange, but does pick up the pack and now has a more HP advantage, but we are seeing Lanza go for the first high bomb over onto the red crate, and Snowdream is there to get the deny, but Domo is insanely low. Domo goes down first, and Lanza is getting picked up as well, just off that bomb alone, but Warped is making his way forward, but gets Skaskagan down, but Skaskagan hit, but we do see that Beyond Ora Elektro just stuffed into a corner right now, but they have indeed got the high ground now. They have got the aggression, but Crayon is moving, making his way forward, and it's just sort of a bit of a slow mid that's happening right now. Eskimo is trying his best to get as much damage as possible, does hit the skybox, and now there is an advantage onto the side of Beyond Ora Elektro as they've managed to find the frag. Snowdream is left alone on mid as Pickles makes his way out, and it's just Junu fighting up against Snowdream. And Snowdream's just going to try and get out of there and does eventually escape there, Nhaaj.
Okay, it's like, on that entire mid, there was like a huge brain from both team soldiers. Like, both of them went very high, very quick, but one thing that I don't think you noticed was Domo was a good 3-4 seconds faster than Gona there to the actual mid, and he got his first 2 stickies off before Gona could even shoot one.
But we now have our stalemate that we were talking about, so they are deciding Beyond Ora Elektro realise that Crayon is not holding close. Oh no! Good job you spotted that, because I didn't even spot the sticky trap. Looks like Eskimo has managed to make his way in behind currently, and is just sort of chilling out behind them. Crayon is now going to take the 1v1 and wins that, so Warped is the only casualty on the side of AWOOOOO, and they're going to be making their way into mid just based off that drop, so well played to Domo for that one.
Those stickies, where were they placed? I think they were placed behind the light. I'm not too sure, but
apparently it was just spam.
Oh.
You just spammed him and he died. In the last game we did see that Beyond Ora Elektro, in total, they used 2 medics over 2 games, and they dropped a grand total of 7 times in those games. So this is a good start.
It's gonna go well. It's gonna go well.
Yeah.
But the AWOOOOO boys trying to push in through choke quite aggressive here. They managed to find a lot of damage onto Junu, managing to find the pick in the end, but they're looking to try and walk forward to try and take second. They do have the 25 Uber ad So what do you think they're going to do here?
They're probably going to rush it in through Z. That's what I'd do. I'd just be screaming, in through Z, boys! I don't think that they know they have much of an advantage left. They are still building, so that may give them a bit of a clue, but they are now going to get this. And Kelvin has Uber, so that Uber advantage is now gone, and Crayon gets immediately obliterated by Stickies and finished off by Lanza, and Acicle goes down as well, which is not very good for Woo. But they are finding additional frags, luckily. But Pickles dies, unfortunately, and drops Uber. And Kelvin is making his way out now, out the shutter. And they are going to look to use this full Uber advantage now.
Yeah, Pickles dropping to the Eskimo soldier there was quite questionable. But it's, I don't know, it happened. And Eskimo was quite fast to try and get onto Pickles there.
So this is 2 drops so far in this game.
Already. It's only just started.
It's only going to get worse. They are making their way in now through onto the left-hand side. They are rushing it. And in fact, they do decide that they're going to swap sides. Kelvin gets insanely low before he uses, and it looks like Pickles is already the hell out of there. He's already making his way out onto last, but they are going to be able to defend second, and they now have a 60% Uber advantage to work with, which is fan-dabby-dozy. And we should see how they want to take this one, but God knows how they're going to take this, actually. They might just decide to bust through shutter now. Domo getting a lot of pressure onto him, though, so no off classes as well yet.
Domo keeps overextending massively towards the shutter here. We probably should see, like, these guys trying to play off of it a bit more. But now, as Red Team move into the yard area, they've taken the right yard. They're moving into the left yard to try and contest it, and they managed to really just push out the boys here. But we have Eskimo in behind, who ends up getting cleaned up by Snowdream.
Yeah, just off that one pick alone, I reckon they're going to push off this, and they are going to make their way towards Garage right now. Domo is already leading the charge. He's just... Oh, never mind. No, he's not. He's chilling out, setting up stickies, and not going anywhere with this advantage, and now it's evened out. So, fantastic, boys.
Exactly as I said, though. He's actually put his trap on the side of the light here this time, which is a pretty good trap because it's, like, unseeable until you all come all the way through the door, or you stand, like, really far back in the corner on the pack.
It's very hard to spot it. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, that low ceiling as well, it makes it pretty easy to clear traps. Usually it's just like shoot against the ceiling when they walk through.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. We've got another stalemate going on right now. No off classes yet from each side. I know Juno is a bit of a competent sniper, so we might see him sack. He is in fact in deep on the left yard, and they are just Wing forward. Hemp does get picked off by Domo while we're focusing on that one, but looks like Eskimo's made his way in behind, and now Pickles has loads of pressure on top of him, and he's
Crayon knows. Crayon knows that he's behind, and he's managed to bamboozle him to the point where he's now behind him and managed to find the pick.
Oh, and we do have a pause.
Okay, pauses, boys.
Junu is insanely low right now. I wonder if that rocket is from Warped is actually going to hit him.
I don't know. It depends what Junu does here. If he goes left, he dies. If he goes right and tries to run up the stairs, if he knows exactly where Crayon is, he can probably find the pick before he can get a rocket off. But, I mean, it's not looking promising for Junu right now unless he goes nuts.
I mean, he could just press and hold W and scat on him for 100. That won't kill him. Still be alive. Crayon is low, probably getting called. Oh yeah, Crayon's weak. I reckon he's going to run up the stairs and then try and kill Crayon, or not, or he's just going to kill him immediately. Yeah, because Crayon's just taken a fight, hasn't he? So he's not going to have any rockets loaded.
He's either going to die immediately or find the pick. So yeah, you know, it's kind of a nice and not so nice position that he's in.
So I'm just going to go look at the state of yard currently. We just have Gonner and Kelvin alone. Because they are 2 down currently on the side of Beyond Ora Elektro, and so they're not going to be pushing. So Gonner's in this aggressive position, and Junu is about to die by the looks of it.
But he's another thing, sandwiched. Sorry, another thing that... Oh, never mind, we're back live.
Died.
But I was
gonna... him.
He died.
The rocket did hit him, so they're making their way in through left yard right now with a 3-player advantage that they have going on. And Lancer is starting to get a little bit low, but Gonner and Kelvin are coming in to meet them, and Pickles does have a Zuba, does get pretty low, and does in fact have to use, otherwise he was going to create it, but Acicle gets dropped, unfortunately. Warp getting low as well. Nice flash from Pickles to keep it alive, but looks like it's just going to be an Uber trade in the end. Lancer is making his way into Garage, but doesn't manage to find anything. And Pickles getting spammed at long range by Lancer and nearly dies. That could have been disastrous.
Pickles taking a hell of a lot of damage from that rocket though, leaving him only on 10 HP about. And Eskimo, Domo and Warp just went nuts and managed to find the pick on Kelvin and Eskimo, and now Hemp is also very aggressive in the garage area, but Crayon alongside him weak and is trying to run away.
Oh, indeed. Now they've got these heals advantage, we should see them start to move forwards here. I reckon like they are going to make their way in through left side. Acecore is now leading the way for his team and is now joined by Warped as well, so they are going to make their way through. Warped's just checking stickies as they make their way in. Crayon making his way through Garage as well. We'll take the 1v1 with Juno, and looks like Juno is out getting the better of him, but Crayon manages to find the rockets to knock him away, and then Lanza gets taken down the backlines as well, but it looks like Juno is in behind on Domo, and is starting the back cap as well, so that's going to force them all back, and they didn't manage to get onto mid there. This is so slow, and this is where the pause was, I think.
Lanza just beefed so hard. He got Pickles in a corner and juggled him with like 2 rockets and just held him there, and he missed the 3rd rocket, causing him to die to the scout.
Crow just walks around the corner and absolutely annihilates Juno. 1 rocket to the dome. Like,
no.
bye-bye! And they make their way to
Sunshine.
Yeah. They're making their way to mid right now. Warped has now just spammed rockets from the high ground, taking the high ground as soon as possible for his team. Looks like Crow's going to follow up on that aggression. Nice shot to Hemp, and takes him down. Domo finding the stickies. Pickle's getting low once again. They do still have Uber, so they managed to take that one for free, and no Uber's traded out of each team, so Kelvin still has his. So they're going to be able to defend the yard area, and this is another stalemate, and it's been just 8 minutes of gameplay. Doesn't feel like 8 minutes when you just have these weird stalemates going on.
Domo and Warped have been on the fire though so far, by the looks of things. And Crayon's been proving his weight as well. Especially those players, but I mean, Eskimo's been doing a lot for his team. Gotta give him some credit before we carry on.
Oh, Pickles kills Lanza. Getting his kills on the board round. For those medic DPM, you know, the most valuable stat on your logs.
Exactly. Medic frags are the only frags that count.
Considering this is Ora Elektro's pick, I'm surprised they don't have any more strategies. We do see Lanza up on the spy. I think he's just checking for off classes, of which there are none. So Crayon is now getting in behind because he realises there's a space on the flank because the 1 player down. And it's just like hanging out on Lunchbox right now, probably the best place to be for his team.
He's going through onto the shutter area. He's going to be in behind, but Kelvin drops.
That's 3 drops now, and it looks like they're just going to bash their way through. And Pickles is still alive, hasn't used the Zuba, but he is getting bombed by Lanza, and is trying to dodge rockets. Nice surf from Pickles just to get away there. Well played from him. And Juno is now flying at him. It looks like he's going to get the force here. Does it? Oh! And does indeed force the Uber, and Juno is now fighting against 3 players against Uber players and Ace. Oh, Domo just whacks him with a pain train and kills him. So that's going to be, well, tons of players down the side of Beyond Ora Elektro. So we should wonder how they're going to take this into last, Nhaaj.
That looked so much like Pickles was going to drop there, but by the looks of things, Domo wants to take it in through the left-hand side to try and see if he can... Because he sees there's a lot of space kind of just dotted around, so I'm feeling that Domo wants to try and just take it very aggressive, very fast through the left-hand side to try and maybe... Well, once they have their Uber and once they have some form of pick, at least. But at the moment, it's looking like they might just want to try and sack, but with the Juno heavy on the pipe, it's not looking promising.
Nah. I don't know, it's just peeking now, crouching out of the doorway, in fact, just sort of poke and prod like a crab and see what he can find. And there's no engineer, which is surprising. Maybe they just don't like running the NG on this map. Oh, yeah, but Eskimo maybe overextending there. Oh my god, Kelvin!
Why was he so far
That was close. Judy getting low as well. This is their opportunity. They're just moving in on the damage. Judy getting low, but Crown dies. And Eskimo indeed getting low, and Kelvin does arrow him up, so it's just going to be a 1-player pick. And that is just going to be their sack coming out there. They nearly had that, because just based off the damage alone, there was damage everywhere, and we are seeing another pause come out.
Eskimo and Kelvin were stood right next to the shutter, like, and Domo had this little trap in this little disc thing that's kind of positioned on the wall, and it was very, very, very close to killing Kelvin. Kelvin could have been like 2 more steps forward, and he would have been hit by that trap as well as the pipe he was hit by. Would have been bad.
I'm still surprised that they haven't got an engineer, but we do see the unpause coming out here, and that's 3 drops, by the way, in 10 minutes.
Oh no! Already?
Yeah. So if we continue with the pace of the this game, the way it's going, then we should have 9 drops in the full game. So hopefully that'll be hilarious. Eskimo is now making his way in though. He's bullying on the second point right now. He's got Domo out of there. Oh, it does get piped down by Domo, however, he just walks in through Z and pipes in. And there's a headshot from Juno, and Juno is now sniping. I didn't notice that, but does get headshot by Snow as well.
Oh, this is so back and forth.
Yeah. They're just trading headshots backwards and forwards, and now Snowdream is going to have an opportunity to make his way in left, but I think he's aware that they have stickies there, so he's now just going to poke out the right-hand side, looking for the headshot to Lanza, and does land a body shot and moves him back, but nothing other than that. And they are getting loads of space right now on the right-hand side, but good rockets from Lanza to deny them there.
Yeah, but the space was kind of exchanged in damage. They were making so much space, but not finding any damage, and instead taking it. And it was spelling disaster. If they'd have stayed in too much longer, they would have probably lost Domo there, which would have allowed a push from the enemy team, considering they have a sniper, and for as long as he's alive, not hitting anything, they're basically another player down. Speaking of which, he just went down to Juno.
And this is apparently where the pause happens, ladies and gentlemen, so Snowdream timed out again, maybe that's why he got headshot, but Domo, Crayon finds Junior there, which is good, so no sniper for the side of Beyond Ora Elektro for 12 seconds, but we are seeing Lanza actually in on Lunchbox right now. He's getting swarmed by players and does in fact go down, and that is going to be 2 players down for the side of Beyond Ora Elektro, so we could see a push coming out from the side of AWOOOOO right now, but just sort of chilling out once more, deciding not to do anything with the picks that they got. Yeah, sad face.
AWOOOO's positioning was awful there. Like, they could have... If Lanza would have called that he literally had 4 players on him in Lunchbox, they could have sent everyone in onto the point and been behind them to destroy them as they tried to use their Uber onto them.
In the end, it just would have been an Uber trade. Like, they would have traded the Ubers on last, and then they would have got their spawners because they took too long to move. Or they just weren't in a position to move even then.
That was an opportunity to take a risk.
Indeedy. But Juno is now up on the NG, so he's building a sentry gun right now. So we might see some aggression come out from the side of AWOOOOO because they don't want the sentry gun to go up, and they are getting on top of him right now. And Crayon's in really deep, but only finds 1 rocket onto Kelvin. Doesn't find anything else. Snowdream getting low as well, has to move back.
No.
And like you said, Domo did indeed go down. So that's going to mean that Ora Elektro are now making their way out onto second, and they only have 2 scouts to try and defend this point, which is nothing in comparison to a Demo Man class. But they are just going to use the Super out, and they have had to flash loads. And Eskimo is just taking a solo Uber right now, but does leave a flash into corner. So they're going to take this second point because they have superior spam classes.
Exactly. That was, again, awful from AWOOOOO here. Like, they walked in and they just tried to get as much spam as possible on the enemy team. Oh my god, the med goes down.
Yeah.
Juno comes in and manages to hit some nice swift shots. But yeah, like, AWOOOO's positioning has been pretty awful. Like, they're rotating to the wrong areas where they could be spammed or easily destroyed. And even when they took in that double scout trade, they allowed Snowdream to die rather than pulling him out with the Uber.
But it looks as if there's been just a few random DM fights going on. It looks like the side of AWOOOOO have just taken too many casualties, and that's just going to be loads of players going down. So it looks like Kelvin is now moving forward with his heals, and they have blocked all of these spawners, so now they're going to be able to get their way onto mid. And
oh my god, he pointed! Oh, Crayon, why are you there? Why are you on that class?
Nailed it!
Exactly.
So, you know what Kelvin Seth means, right? It just means we're going to have another stalemate.
Oh no. Great, fantastic.
Unless they make their move now, because they now have the heal advantage to work with, and Kelvin has only just respawned. So if they can make their way all the way to second now, they can start using their advantages. But they have, in fact, managed to accumulate a 40% advantage that they can be using in their favour, and Pickles is now making his way into left yard with Domo and Asicle, and they're just going to be building the Subaru.
Yeah, I was just going to bring up like the 40 yard that they've managed to just pull out of their behinds as they're about to take it into them, probably. If they go in... Oh, it looks like Crown wants to go through the top lunchbox here. They know they're still building, and now the calls come out from Pickles. So they know they have Uber, and they know where they want to come from. They've got the traps there, and they're walking in. They're on the enemy team, but they're way too slow to try and get in. Crown launches himself back with a rocket.
They're already out. They didn't even need to use that Uber, I don't think. It's just that Pickles saw the pilots flying towards him and had to use just based off that, and they had, in fact, moved out, but Kelvin now has his Uber. So it looks like they're just going to have a steady repush happening, and they have... decided to swap off. They did have an engine last, but decided to swap off it. And Warp does in fact find the force, and Kelvin has to use that Uber. And Crayon and Domo looking like they're just going to get their heals and chill out. And it's 50%, well 40% advantage to the side of AWOOOOO. So let's see if they can do anything with this one now. Now that they have another chance.
And as Kelvin moved in with his Uber there to try and take the repush with his demo and scout, he very almost dropped hemp, like a good 20 HP or something from actually dropping him.
Ooh, Domo! He just shot a sticky trap towards himself and nearly died.
Oh no.
But it looks like they are managing to take second for free right now, as they, I think, probably respecting the Uber advantage and just making their way out to last is a pretty good move. But Domo is already in. They are in. They're using this Uber, and it looks like Kelvin is going to get. Oh no, he gets piped on 99%.
Oh no.
That's unfortunate. And now Wiethoofd is making his way and doing so much damage to the side of Ora Elektro. Lands with a huge air shot onto Crayon, takes him down, and Domo just piping absolutely everything in his path. And Eskimo so low, and it looks like it's going to be a cap. Insane, man. That was amazing. Dying on 99% and then Lanza with the air shot. It was such a hilarious last push.
That is so unfortunate for Kelvin right there. Like, they managed to take in the Uber and absolutely dismantled the side of Ora, just taking them apart bit by bit, managing to find the picks, and Kelvin dying on 99, as you said.
Yeah, I've just got this image in my head of Kelvin making this noise, you know. Yes!
Control point is being
No, we didn't find it in the end. So we are seeing the second mid fight happen, and it seems as if Domo is already finding loads of damage onto these scouts. He's tagged both of them, and Lancer is going in for a high bomb. Strats Domo finds one rocket too, and doesn't manage to take him down because the heal's coming out from Pickles. Nice arrow from Pickles again to keep him alive. Pickles is on fire with these arrows, but Walton Crown goes down as well, unfortunately. And it looks like, although Beyond Ora Elektro are now stuffed into a corner, but AWOOOOO have taken all of this ground away from them, just taking this point, and they are just trying to get loads of cap time. Domo just getting focus fired and dies. Acicle taking a fight with the entire team, but does in fact go down as well. But it's just going to be Snowdream running in against Kelvin. Does get the Uber Force, and Pickles is out. He's away and gone, and it looks like they are going to try and chase him, but they're probably not going to find him, as Junu is trying his best to go on top of him, but we've got two respawning soldiers who are going to absolutely flatten him if he runs forward.
Junu went nuts on that mid. Like, he got the Uber, like, on Kelvin here, and just ran in and absolutely dismantled three people just straight away. That was incredible to watch.
Yeah, Pickles is now, due to his amazing play of just running away there and letting Snowdream die, and they got the force off because Snow's a boss as well. They now have full Uber to work with, and they are making their way in. They're sending two stacks with Lanza bombing around the corner onto Pickles, and doesn't in fact find anything, and they haven't used this Uber yet. And Warped is still alive, even though he was the entrance there. Domo is in onto mid, and they are going to take this one for free, it seems like, without getting forced at all, which was looking like an unlikely scenario coming into that mid.
Yeah, like, especially when you've got a 5v5 going on, or at least a 6v6, and then both soldiers dying early. It's like, you really shouldn't allow them to get in for free. Like, really, you can afford to sack another soldier.
We have... Oh, looks like Snowdream has now timed out, so we might see another reconnect coming up from him, or another pause very shortly, or something along those lines. But they might be getting a Merc, and they are chilling out on mid. They've got 11 minutes left in this game as well, so they are probably going to look for a Merc, but they're just chilling out. The clock is ticking down for this game, but it's only 1-0 currently, so it's still all to play for, but with the pace of this game and the way Granary goes, who knows if another round's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly, who knows. But as Lanza goes in through the garage area, manages to find lots of damage onto Domo, but unfortunately goes down to rockets and pipes. Unfortunate from that man, but...
Call that getting flattened.
Yeah, exactly. Steamrolled.
Steamrolled, demolished. Surprised we're now watching a 5v6 scenario. This is weird.
Yeah. They, could be sacking, like, a hell of a lot more than they are. Like, they could be waiting for Lanza to respawn, and just, as soon as he respawns, sending in the other soldier, and just, like, rotation bombing.
I think for chivalry purposes, they're not going to do anything here.
Yeah, potentially.
Yeah, they have a player. I think there are no rules against this, so they can just do whatever they want. I think they're going to go into them because they have the player advantage now. They're just saying, like, screw it, let's just go. But Eskimo dies immediately, so that's one sec that they can get off there. Snowdream has now rejoined the game, so this is a good opportunity now for them, since they've used their sack and they took advantage of that scenario, even though there's a player disconnect. But we are seeing Warp now. Bomber's trying to take the high ground. Just get air shot though by Goner, and immediately dismantled by Hemp and Junu, so that's him dead in the earth. And looks like they're going to make their way back because they've realised that a counter snack is probably going to come into them soon.
impeccable pips from Gona there. Like, that was nuts. Just managing to hit the air shot from just round the corner of the silo when he was bombing through. And absolutely dismantled him, destroyed him.
Oh, nice skip jump from Eskimo, just find his way through, and Acicle does in fact go down there as he gets... Oh, nice rocket from Crayon! Totally denies Eskimo. Darksim as he comes around, but Pickles now used Uber. It's just taking an Uber trade with Domo right now. This Uber trade looks like it's in the favour of Beyond Ora Elektro, as they have now disconnected, and Pickles only just finds an arrow onto Crayon so to keep him alive. Warp getting low as well, Lanza's low as well. There's just a cleanup fest going on. Crayon did his best there to take down Kelvin, and Lanza does in fact go down to Snowdream, but Eskimo has all this room, and they are now just both on top of Pickles to take it down. Oh, that was a good play coming out from the side of Beyond Ora Elektro. They did organise that well between the two of them, still left on mid, so well played to those guys.
Eskimo got absolutely mega denied, as you brought up, and managed to run away from Warped while Warped was trying to chase him. And got a pack on mid, and then came in and wrapped around the crates, like what are they called? The big box things. Red boxes. Yeah, crates, that's it. Craters. He got on the crates.
You almost fell for that. That's insane.
Yeah, I know. He got on the crates and absolutely just wrapped around them, managing to find the pick onto Pickles there.
Have you noticed that Snow's timed out again?
Really?
Eskimo dies. Gets sticky trapped and goes down. So that's their sack through the window, and I think they need to find a Merc, because I think Snow's internet isn't going to hold up too fine, and they have got a map still to go, or 2 maps maybe still to go, and Lanza is hiding in drop down right now, just sort of chilling out. He's doing a bird squat on the lamp, just sort of chilling out.
And like we said at the start, like, if this game goes to Viaduct, it doesn't look promising for Aura, but I mean, at the moment, from the upsets we've been seeing from both sides, I feel like there could be a real big upset from the side of Aura, like, that could possibly take Viaduct, but then again, maybe.
Well, yeah, I haven't even seen Beyond Ora Elektro play on Viaduct, so I wouldn't be able to tell. But what I do know is that they're losing currently at their own map pick.
And what I also know, is they're pulling out the binds in chat.
Yeah, they are indeed. This is a fun and intriguing game, 5v6. I think that what they should do, right, is they should just go in, take an Uber trade, see if they can get any picks, and then go for another sack. They are going to now go in for that, in fact.
Well, I mean, Eskimo.
They are making their way in through right, though, and Eskimo, like you said, is in behind, but Lanza bombing around the corner onto Pickles. They do indeed use the Super, and Kelvin just has a solo onto Juno, and they have flashed on the side of AWOOOOO. And it looks like they are just going to decide to run out there, but Juno does find the frag.
Eskimo's in choke! He's denying them from running away!
And nope, never mind, he's jumping away, and looks like Pickles is now running out of choke with Acicle, and just making his way back to the scouts right now. Juno is now pegging it into them, but Crayon does in fact find the rocket to take down Juno, and Gonner is now trapped in, gets killed by Acicle, and it is just loads of frags getting traded absolutely everywhere. It's just going to be Pickles left alive after that skirmish. And looks like Warped is going to meet up with him, and they are just going to make their way back, as they do have a players as disadvantage. And Hemp makes his way in, but Warped already has this high ground. Totally denies them. Nice wall rocket from him to hit Hemp, and it looks like Lanza gets totally denied by Domo and dies, and Hemp gets taken down as well. So it's a 2-player advantage to the side of AWOOOOO.
Hemp just ran around the pack, and then tried to run out. That was quite amusing to watch. But yeah, look, Eskimo getting in behind there and like denying them from leaving is what probably caused Domo to die there.
Also baiting his entire team by being behind them the entire time. But it looks like Demo is now peeking really aggressively into the second area. Like we know, demos, if you just tank them in this area, it's just going to be damaged city, and Gonner is low right now, just not finding any heals. But it looks like the Uber situation has now evened out, and just going to see the stalemate happening with this 5v6 still, but they are taking an Uber trade. Doma gets air shot, and oh, does get caught by Pickles. Nice Uber from him to just catch him in the air there, so he didn't create it, and Doma is now taking this trade. Eskimo's jumping in deep to try and get on top of Warp, knowing that he's weak, and Warp doing such a good job of surviving. He's insanely low and just gets scattered under range by Juno, as they are now in on the flank, because there's just holes everywhere in this boat that is AWOOOOO, and looks like Lanza and Juno have made their way in behind, so they could decide to move forwards if they want to, but we are now seeing the pause.
So 20 pauses, 1 game. How do you feel?
Terrible.
So do I.
This is the weirdest game ever.
Really though, with the way the AWOOOOO characters are faced, you could probably see Lanza and Junu just holding W here.
I mean, if you look at the way that the combo from Ora Elektro are positioned right now, they are now facing towards Domo, right? So they are just going to do a big old screaming down the mic, go in now. And what's going to happen is Hemp's going to run through, he's going to run over Domo and turn him into a flat Domo pancake. Lanza and Juna are going to jump through and they're going to destroy Pickles.
Fair enough. Okay. Especially considering neither team has Uber here. So if they do go in, though, it's going to be a massive risk. Because if they go in and fluff it, it's over. Like,
true. But they probably won't.
They probably won't because of, like, you know, just what's going on. But I mean, Snowdream, when he does get in, or whatever Merc arrives, is going to be spawned up straight away in the second forward spawn. So I mean, like, if they go in and take either too long or fluff it completely, then the respawn is going to be there.
Well, exactly what I said just happened. Hemp turned Domo into a pancake and Pickles gets crushed by Junior. So there you go.
Okay, fair enough. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Exactly as you predicted, everything went that way.
Yep. Yeah, so they have now managed to take this mid from them, and Junior once again asking, are you gonna get a Merc? And Domo says, nah, we win 5v6. Fantastic.
Yep, that's... I think Domo... you know he's memeing, but it's like... he's being cocky.
This is just unfortunate for their side. Like, imagine coming into the playoff stages and your teammate has like a huge, like, internet problem that's happening. Warped is now getting gone on by Lanza as Beyond Ora Elektro just takes second for free, and they do in fact use out the Uber. Pickles is trying to run all the way backwards now. I don't even see how much Uber he has actually, and has managed to make his way into shots. He just have 60% Uber, and Hemp just getting tossed into the skybox right there. Eskimo is now getting on top of Crayon. They do find that pick, so this is looking insanely good for Beyond Ora Elektro. It's just 3 players on the side of AWOOOOO left alive. Pickles is trying his best to get this Uber, but he cannot build it fast enough. It's going to be a round going to the side of Beyond Ora Elektro in a 5v6. I'm not sure what you can make of that.
I really don't want a 39-minute golden cap again. Please don't.
3 minutes, 25 seconds left on the clock. Everything is still to play for. We've seen rounds happen faster. Alright.
We have, but we'll see what happens. I mean,
Snowdream's reconnected, so that's a good start. So we are now seeing the third mid of the game happen, and Domo is making his way in through upper right now, and is just trading stickies once again with Agona, and looks like he's finding some early damage onto him, and it is going to be Lanza going for this high bomb first of all, straight onto Pickles, but isn't finding anything there, and Eskimo goes in as well, and Domo goes down. Nice airshot from Carrera to take down Eskimo on that bomb, and Junu is in behind. Lanza finding an airshot to Snowdream as well to take him down, and it's just going to be Acicle and Crayon on the side of AWOOOOO left alive, and it looks like they were just going to try and get out there, but Crayon with some nice long-range rockets to take down Junu is a very good exit to that, and it means that they might halt on the aggression for this one.
And both meds surviving, which means stalemate.
Woohoo!
And with 2.5 minutes left, if they stalemate too long, we get a golden cap, which is fantastic.
My soul, I don't think it could take another granary golden cap while watching it. So, yeah, this could be awful, but who knows? Who knows? Everything's still to play for. 2 minutes left. We might see an insane sack happen.
Maybe. But both teams are just very, very content at holding here. But I mean, as I say that, Gona does get very aggressive in the garage area. He's trying to get some spam, seeing what he can find, but he's not really finding anything, which is quite unfortunate, as Domo debts his trap for no reason. Like, I don't know, it's looking very still. The water
Neither team is doing anything. Like, Beyond Ora Elektro could be, they're in the aggressive situation right now. They should be the ones going for the sacks, but they're just not. They've got Lanza back on the crate, and I think both teams want to take a golden cap.
Yeah.
I think it's beneficial for the side of AWOOOOO to take a golden cap, you know, because they'll just get another mid-fight out of it, won't they? Which gives them a better scenario than the one they're currently in. So, and I mean, they're happy to sit here. And Beyond Ora Elektro, because Pickles hasn't died, they are now moving forwards and just trying to take an Uber trade, but they do Uber onto Domo, and this is just going to be a solo trade coming out right now on the side of Domo, but Eskimo jumps in behind, trying to get something to happen on Warp, but doesn't find anything and does indeed get taken down, and it looks like Domo is taking all of that space, just blocking the side of Beyond Ora Elektro from getting in through Garage, and there's 50 seconds left on the clock, and I don't think anything's going to happen.
Alongside the flank soldier of Crayon there, Domo and Crayon, without heals, managed to...
Sorry about interrupting you there, but Warp just did an insane high bomb and landed right on top of Kelvin and took him down with 2 really nice rockets. So
oh my god.
So it's winnable, but 28 seconds.
No pushes, boys.
Woo!
Can we get a cheer for the golden cap in chat?
Can we get a resident sleeper in chat, please? Thanks.
Can we get someone buying the merch for a golden cap?
Prediction of this game will be even and slow was correct.
Yes.
Yes. Sojin gets taken down by Dollar as well, and Lanza goes down as well. We are seeing now the poop from Juno.
Going for the logs.
Do it for the logs, and it's a stalemate.
It is. Warped finds an Eskimo frag for his logs, and not much else is found.
I think that's the most boring game I've ever watched in my whole life.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Like, nothing happened throughout the entire game. Like, the only things that we could take away from this is that the flank of AWOOOOO was getting, it's getting penetrated quite a lot on the side of AWOOOOO.
Yeah.
Like, they kept getting players in behind here, there, and everywhere. They were making their way in through right yard. They were going up through drop down. They were coming out of drop down, and then they were just getting in behind them all the time. So I wonder if they're going to use that maybe to their advantage. That's the only thing that I could see from both teams that they were making specific scenarios out of. I mean, Domo has been pounding. He did get a few Uber drops here and there, but I'm not sure what else you can take away from it.
Yeah, I think when it comes to AWOOOO's positioning, like, their combo just keeps rotating and keeps rotating to the wrong places in some situations, but it's like the flank seems so much more passive on the side of AWOOOOO than, like, the rest of the team.
So, how do you reckon this golden cap is gonna go? Do you wanna try and make a prediction on how long the golden cap is gonna last?
I'm gonna say 25 minutes, and AWOOOOO will take it.
All right, that's a solid
long golden cap.
Right, so chat, if you could put a number in for how long you think the golden cap will last, and I'll give the winner a key.
Oh no! Key. Oh fuck it! I'll join and I'll give the winner a key as well. You get two keys.
All right, so we've got 69 minutes to 17 minutes, 13 minutes, 12 minutes there. Doc Flame reckons it'll be over instantaneously.
I don't think that's possible.
Oh, we've got loads of people piping up in the chat. I'll get the closest one for this, but we are now going live. So we are seeing the fourth mid of the game take place now. So, Nhaaj, do you want to take it away for this one?
Okay, as both demos just doing their rollouts, both teams just quite average, nothing's really going on. Domo's going through the catwalk area as Gona goes through the choke and getting his first stickies off. Domo, so much denial getting onto the pack there, managing to completely deny Gona from being able to take it entirely, as both the soldiers from the side of Ora bombing forward, the other one rotating away as Eskimo goes in. Lanza goes down, Juno falls alongside him, and Warped goes down for the side of AWOOOOO. But Domo bombing onto the choke, trying to find the Gona pick, but no, he's not looking like he'll find it. But they're still so aggressive, they're going forward, they're taking the yard area, it looks like they're going to try and take it all the way through to last.
Yeah, they are just... I reckon they're going to get second off of this. I don't think they got anything else. But just off that mid alone, we did see that we were just going to sort of like bunch up in one area and just sort of chill out and let the bombs happen and then see what they could do based off the bombs. And they did manage to find a good mid off of it just by getting some aggression going. But Lanza is now in Lunchbox and Juno is in up there as well. But Lanza gets taken down immediately. So still even Ubers there. So probably seeing a sack coming out from one side or the other. I reckon Snow Dream might just go run in, die, come up sniper or something. Or
I reckon Snow Dream will time out.
Solid predict.
It'll happen.
They're just like 5-manning on the right side right now.
Yeah.
And we are seeing the sack going for Crayon. Does bomb in and does get the Uber force onto Kelvin.
What?
This is very good. Like, we might not have an age-long golden cap because they now have a full Uber advantage that they can play with. Eskimo's just used that
Why
Uber
did he
to get
go
him
behind?
He's distracting. That's the point. He's distracting, alright? Okay, he dies
They sent
immediately.
3 back?
Alright, so there is a sentry gun on the they haven't moved the sentry gun now, which is a very smart play. Juno is sniping on the right-hand side and has got that sniper dot pinned against the wall right now. And looks as if they are going to be making their way around. No!
Oh my god!
God damn it! Why have I got to jinx everything?
Oh my god!
God damn it, Pickles!
No! The Crayon held open the shutter and he just... I think it was Crayon anyway, he just found the head... just the head.
Oh no.
Oh my god!
Alright, so we are going to have a 3 million year long golden cap then. Screw it, yeah. I'm happy to waste away in front of my PC for the foreseeable future. But,
I
they
need
aren't
a
even
drink.
taking a second off of this. They have indeed got, they have moved forward a little bit, but they haven't managed to find anything. Kelvin is only just getting his Uber now since he got forced. So we should see them use that now as they are making their way in. The scouts are going to now edge the cap to see if they can get anything going on. Lanza is holding up top right now, so no one gets in through Lunchbox, which is a very smart play from him. And they are now going to cap out second with their full Uber advantage. Pickles is up to 70% Uber, however, so they are going to maybe be able to hold mid. Who knows?
That was the most clutch headshot I've ever seen. Like, alongside the incredible shots that you've seen from other players, it's definitely up there.
And Pickles is insanely far forward right now, but doesn't in fact use out his Uber as soon as he gets it. Kelvin uses his Uber as well, and they are just taking an Uber trade right now. It's Acical versus Goner in this Uber trade, but it's just going to be another stalemate happening. Doma getting healed up nicely. No players traded for either side, so we are seeing... Nhaaj, what's the magic word for this game?
Hold. No.
Stalemate. Stalemate,
Exactly.
Nhaaj. That was the word I was looking for. Damn it, man!
I'm sorry. It's the same thing. But it's like, at the moment, both of these teams are just so content to just stand around, but I think Eskimo on his own is just having none of it. He's really trying for something, like every single time.
Hang on, let me go and knock on Wiethoofd's door and ask how long this has been going on for so far, because I need... It's been going on for 4 minutes. That's okay. So some people's predictions are out the window, so you guys aren't getting anything. So
Yeah, go away, Doc Flame.
get out of here. It's like Warped going for a sack, didn't find anything. Sort of, that is how just this goes. But I think, just based off this alone, just the amount of stalemates that we've had on Granary, I wonder if Junior's taking a 1v1 with Domo, as I say that in fact, and he's getting loads of damage onto it. Eskimo bombs in! Never mind, he is... Oh, does take down Juno.
Oh.
Eskimo's actually in behind right now and goes behind, and both soldiers are running for him. Eskimo
I told
gets
you,
low.
he's just having none of it. He just really wants something to happen.
Yeah.
But, like, Red are gonna know that there's basically 2 down now for as long as he's behind, so they're gonna try and get something done here. As they walk in aggressive through the garage area, Domo is in, he's getting some damage onto the enemy players, and he manages to force out the Uber, both medics using their Uber. Blue team with a much better Uber than the side of Red here, as they decide to try and run through choke, but what?
Oof, I thought Kelvin was going to get caught there. He did get juggled against the wall into the corner. I think if a few more, I was worried that a few more stickies might just fly in and just get like munched against the corner, but that wasn't indeed the case. Lanza is now making his way through garage. They are really aggressive right now. Looks like they want to take this one. Juno, once again, they're slipping through the cracks of this flank on the side of AWOOOOO, and Juno is in, and they managed to find the Pickles frag, so that is going to be that. Just out the window. Domo goes down as well. This is a disaster for the side of AWOOOOO, and Kelvin has indeed survived throughout all of this. They have managed to get 60% advantage. Could this be it?
I think it could be, but Eskimo's still like dancing around. And he manages to find the pick on the crayon.
This is good.
It looks like managing to trade here is nuts, especially now he knows the players are going to forward spawn or back spawn, sorry, and he's just going to be able to go in for a free sack on last before they set up. Or no, maybe he's just going to spam out the level 1 sentry and leave.
Yes.
That works.
They have now got the full Uber advantage, 70% in favour of Beyond Ora Elektro. They know they have the Uber. Oh my god, Hemp gets body shot. And then Eskimo dies as well to a sticky trap. Goner is now bombing on top of Pickles trying to find anything, but gets disconnected from the Uber, and Warped is going to kill him and takes him down, and Kelvin's running away with Juno. This Uber is an absolute shambles. And looks like Junior gets cleaned up as well by Snowdream. Lanza is now in on lunchbox area, but doesn't find anything, and they are going to recap second. So, god damn! Can we have a good Uber on us?
I said a 25-minute golden cap. Can I have my key now?
Yeah.
Like, early, please.
Hasn't been 25 minutes yet. All right, just calm down.
It's close enough. They're taking so long to do anything, and then when they do, they just absolutely destroy it.
Yeah. Well, at least they didn't drop Uber, right?
Yeah, that's a good. If
How
Calvin
many
had
drops have
dropped
we
there,
had?
I'd have cried.
We've had a lot of drops this game.
I know, a few. We had 3 in the first bit, maybe 4.
All right, this flank needs to get its thinking caps on because Eskimo is in behind again.
How, man?
He keeps just slipping through. They just let him through onto left yard, but they are now going to take the fight with him. Gets picked off by Warped with the assistance of Snowdream and all that pressure. And Lanza is now out onto yard, just telling his team, "You can come forward now, boys. We've got all this room." Since Eskimo is dragging loads of players back, which is very good. And E-maneuver scenario.
Like, Eskimo went behind, and both of the flank players for AWOOOOO just went, okay, let's run backwards. Like, they could have waited for him to come to them and just played together, and they could have had their medic play in a more comfortable position to deal with a flanker. But it's like, instead they all just S'd, and it caused real issues, because now blue team have control of yard.
It's not called the S key, it's called the Seeds key.
Yes, exactly, the seeds key.
Yeah. Kuran is now on drop down, looking to see if we can find anything. Just sort of no off classes again. I'm surprised we haven't seen any spies. We've seen a few snipers getting some headshots and some kills, but they all managing to get in through lunchbox, and Warp goes down, and Lanza getting taken down as well. But it looks like Crayon and Eskimo are now having this weird little bounce and jig inside of lunchbox. So that's going to be 2 players and 2 soldiers down for the side of AWOOOOO, which is 2 crucial spam classes that are very heavily required. But Eskimo goes down to Domo. Oh no.
He almost got Junu and Eskimo with that as well. Like, if Eskimo was a bit further forward when Junu was far forward, he would have gotten both. That was a pretty risky situation. Neither of them checked it either.
Can someone ban, like, Blobchap and Raziel from the chat, please? Thanks. Right. They wrote AWOOOOO. Like, the wrong kind of AWOOOOO. It's not AWOOOOO, it's AWOOOOO! Alright guys, you gotta pronounce it like that every time you say it.
AWOOOOO!
Oh god. It's like Warped is now taking a trade with Lanza on the garage area, not really finding too much for this one. And it's going to get forced back there as they have rotated the heels into garage to try and find anything that they can get, just try and salvage a situation, because I bet they're getting sick of this map. We are seeing Warp now up on Battalion's backup, which is a good start for something different in this game.
Exactly, as Warped and Snowdream are getting aggressive on the flank side. They've caught out Junu, but Junu manages to run away. But now Warped should see that there's an opportunity for him to just make his way through, but instead, no, he decides to play passive. But here, like, Red could possibly try and squeeze a sack through Z, because they don't seem to be paying a hell of a lot of attention to it, like, closely anyway. But, I mean, at the moment, I think they're just relying on traps from Domo to get picks when they sack, and then sacking themselves.
We are seeing the double banner strat, though. Crayon did indeed get himself a conch, which is good.
And we have a battalion's backup on Warp.
Yep.
So that could be quite nice. Basically your second Uber.
Production, ding ding. How long have we had in this game? 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Okay, they are taking a Uber trade with Warped, however, right now on just the second point, just to try and make something happen, but no one's close for the side of AWOOOOO, but he is going on top of Crayon, and Eskimo has managed to get him behind once again, and is going to just be out onto last right now. He only has that small bottle to work with just for health, and Ace Claw is now spotted him moving towards window, and looks like they are just going to be trading a lot of damage now, as Eskimo flies it. Get down, Mr. President! Ace Claw jumps in front of the rocket and craters. It's just fantastic.
Yeah. It's incredible that he managed to even find the pick though there, because I mean, Cecil knew exactly where he was and knew exactly what he needed to do, but instead he just kind of W'd and jumped. Instead he could have just W'd and lived.
Robot mode. Oh, we are seeing the two is coming.
Toot toot poot poot.
Okay, Ora Elektro, they fear. They know the battalions is out. Gotta dies immediately and gets taken down.
Oh, no.
We are seeing the bomb come out from Lanza. Can't kill Pickles because battalions OP.
Domo deals so much damage.
Yeah, Eskimo is now in, and we are seeing Crayon now with the conch. He's got the seashell, ladies and gentlemen. And Kelvin now pops out his Uber, and Pickles now pops his as well. They have still got the speed boost on them, so Crayon uses that to get him behind the Uber. But it's just going to get out. Oh, never mind, gets caught by Pickles.
Crazy.
And they have managed to force them all the way back. And Eskimo taking so much damage, gets Skybox there, and Snowdream is currently now in Garage, but it looks like they have so much room to play with. They could even make their way onto mid right now as they are really far back, but they don't notice it. And we have had an exclamation mark extend on the server.
Server running out in 10 minutes, boys. But right there, like, you saw Crayon went for the strategy of trying to deny them from coming in, but then had to bail really, like, as soon as he got flashed, because he didn't get flashed as quick as he thought he would. And he just fell really low. So it's like, that could have been nutty if he'd have got the Uber sooner.
Yeah. I mean, we do currently have the rock, paper, scissors, conch banner, you know?
Exactly.
Going on. So they can take it, they can do the same thing again. They got all they need to, okay, Junior's up on Spy currently. Not sure if he's going to come out and spawn or not.
Oh no.
I think he's just checking to see if there are any off classes. Oh, he's actually out of spawn. He's coming.
Oh.
Junior's on Spy.
The Junior Spy play here. I've seen this once before.
It's gonna work. I guarantee you it's gonna work.
It worked hella good.
But these banners are building up.
He's already been spotted.
Oh no, that's not good.
No, he hasn't. He was spammed. He was hit. He was hit. I don't know if he was spotted though.
He's recharging his cloak.
He's not being. He's not being like arrowed or anything. Like.
Probably get arrowed. He's gonna get the pack. He's gonna get the pack. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But Curran and Warp have been building their banners really well. They've been finding loads of spam. Actually, Warp doesn't have his banner anymore, doesn't it? Like, why have you taken it off? Stop it!
Stop.
Crayon has his conch still on.
Junior's so cautious.
Oh, here we go. He's in.
Pickles is like doing 3 180s every time he turns around.
Pickles. I think Pickles is okay. Good. Revolver him. Revolver him. Yes. He drops him. Pickles drops him into the revolver! Yes!
No way!
Finally! I've been saying this in so many casts, like, all you need to do, if they get low, you don't need to go for the stab. You just pull out the revolver and destroy them with it and eat them alive. So that's insane, like... We are getting the lols and lamals in chat right now, which is fantastic, with a massive +2, boys. And,
that's
like...
full Uber ad for the side of blue team. They're just gonna get Junior up on scout and push.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a good Uber push!
For once.
For once, it's gonna happen. We did say the Junior Spy would work. We did say it would work. Yeah. Domo is in really deep right now. If they Uber in, they could catch him out. And looks like we are just seeing Kelvin use his Uber, and Domo is indeed just trying to escape. Just sticky jump out
Warped, getting destroyed.
They haven't found anything with this Uber. It's a potato.
I mean, they got warped.
They got warped, yeah. Okay, you've managed to kill a Roma.
Yeah,
no. Nice. Or a pocket. I'm not sure which one he is.
Neither am I.
McCurran's still building his conch. This is something to seriously consider.
Jesus. Nothing coming out of either of these teams. The Ubers have just been so bad in the entirety of this Golden Cap. And
Can we remove...
says, good luck pushing.
Can we remove Granary from the map pool, please? Let's just get out of there.
Yeah, this place, though, that's been, like, I think it was pioneered by Seven, like, just playing so slowly. Just get rid of it.
Ban it. Get it out.
Yeah. The pipe from Gunnar.
That was close. They still have, well, they did have an Uber advantage to work with, but now they've lost it. And Domo's getting stickied off. He's getting stickied off right now. They are indeed using the Uber, and they are just gonna. Oh my God, Gunnar dies.
Oh, no.
This is a really good trade coming out from the side of Pickles, but in fact, actually, no, it's terrible because Kelvin hasn't used. So he's running away with his scout, and they have managed to take second. And Domo writes fear in chat, but is now gonna like pay for that one immediately by dying. Eskimo responds with fear in the chat as well. So Crayon and Warped have managed to see, but Crayon's now in drop down, just sort of chilling out there. Kelvin has fully advantage to work with. So come on, lads, let's see it happen. You can do this. I believe in you. Kelvin is now in.
Spamming down the sentry.
He hasn't dropped Uber yet. The sentry gun goes down, and they have used the Uber, and Pickles is getting bombed around. Domo gets low as well. But is this going to be it? They're getting on top of the point. Acicle's defending it. Snowdrip runs. Oh my God, it's a disaster.
But Eskimo's doing so much damage.
Dying.
Oh no.
Oh.
They've screwed up every single push. Like every full Uber advantage, they find either one pick or nothing at all.
Bruh, who pushes last and then with full Uber and then wipes?
Yeah, exactly. And only gets 2 picks. They found 2 picks and wiped with a full Uber advantage.
Got my head against the... Oh my god, Crayon!
Oh,
he destroys Kelvin! That was amazing from him! Holy moly, that's Franklin material.
Medic just got owned.
Oh, holy moly. Screw everything else that's going on right now, but we're also in the back cap coming out from Juno. He's running to last. He might be able to get this one. Oh, unfortunately, Domo just poked down Eskimo, but Domo kills himself there, and there's so much cap time on that point, but it's going to be Pickles and Acicle now. Regrouping on seconds, this could be something happening right now. And Gonnet is making his way into Shutter, even though he's insanely low, and we have indeed got Juno dying to Crayon, and it is an Uber advantage to Pickles now, Nhaaj.
Yeah, it is, as Red Team notorious for messing up their Ubers less than the other team, so maybe we'll see something good. As both teams get in a contestation there and get destroyed. But Gona goes down.
It's not good, is it? Kelvin is indeed... He got bombed on by Crayon as well, so he's insanely low, so he's just getting out there. Snowdream does find the frag onto Eskimo. Well played from him to stay alive there, and that is going to mean they're going to have a huge player advantage to work with as they are now making their way into the midpoint now. Nhaaj and Domo is finding all the space for his team. They are just going to force them out. And we are seeing some momentum actually happen in this game, and Kelvin now getting his Uber. So guess what? Magic word.
Stalemate, boys!
Woo! Awoo! Jesus!
As we see both teams here once again stalemating. I think Red could have just like left a Cecil or something on the point and just W'd into Garage to try and find the pick with their Uber. Because I mean, like, if they'd have found the med while he was still building from his like 75, they would have been able to get like another 40-ish ad. But Eskimo comes in and goes down.
Yeah, he tried to get behind again and got noped on by Snow, so unfortunate there for him. But they are now making their way out and they're trying to get something to happen in Garage. Karan tries to bomb and gets immediately denied, but is finding the rockets onto Kelvin. And oh, okay, Kelvin does force. He was fearing the airshot from Crayon. He's getting PTSD from mid, and looks like Pickles and Domo are now making their way in through Garage. And looks like Acecle's come to join them as well, so they have got that move speed. They are making their way into left yard, however, they swapped directions, and they are going to make their way through, and probably going to take the Uber through Z if they go immediately, but just opting to go through Lunchbox just to scout this one out. In fact, Kelvin finding 30% of his Uber charge, and they are gone. They are out onto last. Warp gets killed, so that might cause them to wait for a few minutes. Eskimo is in behind again!
And another pause!
Oh. This...
Wait, the server died?
The server has died.
The server is over. Game cancelled, boys.
It's over.
The golden cap's over. Who predicted 19 minutes?
This is the worst game I've ever seen in my entire life.
Damn.
Can somebody kill me? Like, just someone come to my house, plow a bullet through my skull, thanks. So, have we got any logs coming out of that? Did any logs get uploaded, Mr. Production Man?
Let's find out.
We have golden cap logs.
Oh, so it ended then. Nice.
Okay, so we do have logs from these games, which is good. All right, so I've got the logs open from the first part of the game, so the 1-1 part, and as I'm scanning through them, anything that like screams at you, Nhaaj.
Lanza almost got more air shots than he got kills.
I'm glad you're looking at the important stats first.
he like got nothing. He found like barely any frags that game.
Yeah, Lanza sort of died a lot there. It was a long stalemate, so like based off these logs, there's not really much you can take from it, just because of like how long the stalemate was. But Pickles died 4 times less than Kelvin, so that just probably shows a woo big beef. You know, like I don't know what else you can say. But I'm gonna. Yeah, so I'm scrolling down to the medic drops right now. We did have 3 drops total coming out from these medics.
No.
Yeah, it's an oh no scenario, isn't it? But I'm not really sure there's much you can take away from this on the logs, since it was just a long stalemate and both teams really not doing much. But I'm going to swap over to the logs for the golden cap and have a look at those. So I'm going to scroll up through the chat and I'll find anyone who said 20 minutes duration, because that is how long the golden cap lasted for.
Nice. Anyone that said 20 minutes duration is going to be getting a key from each me and Lucky, so there you go.
Congrats, boys, to anyone who said 20 minutes. I don't know if anyone did, but...
Can I just say as well, in the golden cap logs, Eskimo, even though he got him behind quite a bit, he actually still managed to deal like a lot more DPM than anyone else in the game, finding a good 300 DPM. So that was nice.
Oh, indeed. So Eskimo, he kept getting in behind. Like I said, their flank he got 15 deaths for it, of course, because he kept going in behind and dying, which caused them to be in 5v6 scenario, and it seemed hard for them to try and get any sacks off. So yeah. Charlie just made an amazing point. The golden cap was 20 minutes and 19 seconds, which is 2019, which is the state of TF2 in 2019.
Yeah, it is just the state of TF2, isn't it? Like, what map are we going to do it on next, boys? As soon as we get Granary removed, there's going to be another one. There's going to be another stinker.
Now that map is out of the way, and we don't have to deal with that one ever again, looks like we're going to be moving on to King of the Hill product, RC9. Oh yeah, we can't have golden caps on this one.
Thank God.
Alright, so I'm going to quickly just talk about Copenhagen Games for a few minutes, because we have some time.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, for Copenhagen Games, there has been announced a 12,000 euro prize pool, I believe, which is 10,000 of that is going to the 6v6 community, and 2,000 is going to the Highlander community, because 6s is more important than Highlander cough. And
oh, you're saying that on Critscast? You're saying that on the Critscast channel?
5,000 of which is going to the first place for the 6v6 tournament. So there is actually a good prize pool on the line for this tournament. So it's the biggest one that we've had since 2015. So I would be saying to everyone, it's going to be a very serious tournament. It's going to be an excellent tournament. It's going to be a good time. So hopefully anyone who's going, hopefully you have a good time and you enjoy yourselves. And LAN is the best experience you can have in TF2, 100%.
Yeah, I can fully agree with that. I went to the I-63 LAN and it was incredible. You meet all the incredible people that you have played with and enjoyed talking to. It's incredible. It's a great experience. But as well, like, it's even though the Highlander scene isn't getting like such a big prize pool because sixes is a lot more prominent in the competitive community. It's like, it's good to know that like both of the most prominent game modes in the TF2 community are getting like massively recognized and being able to push forward further than they could before.
Indeed. So yeah, that's Copenhagen Games for everyone, and we are going to be moving on to product, which is AWOOOOO's map pick. So it's unfortunate that Ora Elektro did lose their map pick, which they lost Granary in that golden cap, unfortunately, with the server dying as well. And hopefully we don't have any more disconnects with Snowdream, or it will be an absolute complete resident sleeper for the entire time. And yeah, so I reckon that we're going to see AWOOOOO win this one. What do you think?
Yeah, it's like when it comes to this map pick, they've got a much stronger demo in my opinion, and they've also got extremely strong scouts. So I mean, AWOOOOO's just going to take this, and if they don't, then I mean, they will have made so many mistakes. Like, you really have to like try for like a sniper or like some form of throw to even push them in the wrong direction to be able to actually take this, because I mean, Domo showed so much prowess on this map before.
Aye. Well, I mean, we have got, I did speak about it in the last game as well. Junu's got this hilariously strong sniper that he's going to probably be using throughout this map, and that is really going to be the make or break, I think, for the side of Beyond Ora Elektro, because I know that, Acicle can snipe as well, Snowdream can snipe, they've got a lot of decent snipers on the side of AWOOOOO, but I don't think that they match up as strong as Junu is at sniper. So if we do see any sniper, then Beyond Ora Elektro are going to win that one.
Yeah. It's just like, we need to see the side of Ora going either stupid aggressive or really focusing down this Domo pick here, because I feel like he's going to be the player on this map. He's had so many strong points in every game he's played. He's been able to absolutely dismantle teams with a buff and a scout. It's crazy how much he can do.
Oh, indeed. We are just waiting for the last player to connect to the server, and then we will be ready, ladies and gentlemen, for this one. So, scoreline predictions from you, Nhaaj.
I'll give both teams benefit of the doubt here. I'll give them 3-2 to the side of AWOOOOO.
AWOOOOO! I reckon it'll be 3-1. I think that they'll give them a good game, but it'll be close coming out in the last round, and I think that they'll get pile drived into the ground in a pretty close fashion. So, there. That's all I have to say for this one.
Yeah,
it's gonna be. I'm not sure what these heavies are doing in this pre-game DM.
It's how you ruin pre-game, my friend. You just get your entire team on heavies, and then no one can practice. It's the real strat. You get. See, look, the engineer as well. You get a sentry up. You get 2 heavies. There you go. You've ruined pre-game for everyone, unless they all go sniper, and then you're screwed.
Yep. Which is indeed what we're seeing.
Yeah, it is.
There is really nothing to take away from that Granary game. What is wrong with Granary? And the golden caps coming out of that recently are stupid. In the I think it was in Prem that we saw the 39, was it 39 minutes? Yeah, 39-minute golden cap. And that was stupid. And then there was another game that I watched recently, I can't remember which one it was, but there was another golden cap in that, and that lasted 20 minutes. And then we had another one with 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's like the golden caps are taking so long. It's like people don't want to push. It's very almost like people are looking at the amount of flaws and overthinking about how hard it is to push, and they're just not doing it. They're overthinking the risks, in my opinion, and many of the risks that they could take, even though they're not big, they could have a high reward, and I think teams are just more becoming less and less willing to take them.
Aye. But from these teams, though, I think we should have seen a lot more action coming from them, because they're in top Div 1, and you'd expect them to be sending these sacks and stuff, but I think just because of the nature of Granary, it was a little bit Monka-esque, because of the checkpoints in Granary really don't reward sack plays. They're too small to try and send sacks through, usually, and they usually have them on complete lockdown, so it's pretty hard to do. But I'm wondering if we'll see any crits on this as well, because we haven't seen any crits Krieg at all on product. I wonder if anyone's going to mess around with it.
Yeah, it's you could see a lot happen with a good crits, and I mean, that could be one of the things that that the side of Ora have to really pull out of the bag to be able to take this. It could be something to really
I don't think they're going to get that flattened.
I really do.
You really reckon they're going to get steamrolled?
Maybe not steamrolled, because I've given them the benefit of the doubt of a 3-2, but I feel like the rounds that are going to be won by AWOOOOO are going to be massive flattens.
Understandable. But
so, I mean,
yeah, I guess we're just waiting for these teams to ready up. I've run out of things to say, really. I just don't know what to talk about. It's really boring. Oh yeah, I forgot about this one. This is a fun one. Who do you think is going to die first?
I think Because it looks like Lanza's warming up Scout in pregame, so he might do a Zebasai with Judo on Sniper. So I feel like Lanza and Hemp are going to go like mega aggressive onto Domo early on the mid. And see if they can find that pick.
I was actually going to say Hemp dying first.
So yeah, maybe they'll die first, or maybe they'll find the pick onto Domo.
Ah, we're going live, finally. Lanza has hit the ready up key and they've managed to make their way into this game. So good luck to both teams as they start making their way into mid. This is season 32 for Division 1 of the lower bracket playoff stages, and Ghana is already in, and Warped is now making his way onto the right hand side of this one, and it's just taking that that connector area, and both teams just chilling out while they wait for the point to become available. But we have indeed got the Snow Dream Sniper and finds the first headshot to Ghana. That's going to be the first death of that one, so we were both wrong there, and Lanza's dying, and it just looks like a massive cluster of players going down for the side of Beyond Ora Elektro, but we are seeing Snowdream get airshot by Eskimo, holy moly! And he's going to look for the Pac-Man. Let's get scouted down by Crayon right there. And Crayon is now actually up on Scout because they are opting for this long-time sniper.
Behind! Junu's on the med! No. He gets destroyed by a trap from Domo.
And Domo hits the laugh taunt.
I think the default taunt all day has been the laugh taunt because I think it's Mother's Day. I know it's Mother's Day, but I think that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so they're now taking this, and Kelvin did die and all of that as well, so that's why they were going so deep to try and find Pickles, but they haven't managed to cap at this point. So they are just going to try and make their way in, probably going to go for a sack play right now as Kelvin's just sort of chilling out, doesn't want to get domed by any snipers, and we have still got Snowdream on Sniper on China right now, so he's got a really good sightline all the way down to the rock there, but Eskimo is now bombing in, trying to get on top of him, and does in fact manage to knock him down, but we are seeing Junior go in, but does in fact not find anything at all, and Pickles is still
Lance is in as well.
Lance is going to get cleaned up as well. Eskimo is looking like he's going to die. He does go down, and that is an unsuccessful sack, but Kelvin now has his Uber to play with, so we might see a trade coming along.
Yes, but Juno is on Sniper, so maybe we'll see something come out of him. And as I said, Lanza goes straight onto Scout.
Clap!
This is... Oh my god.
Never mind, Domo gets the such a good counter trade there with the sticky trap, as no one checked it, and they did have two players go down. Snowdream got instantly headshot by Junu, and both of them killed by a sticky trap, so yikes.
Is he hit? Oh my... Kelvin takes so much spam! 1 HP!
Pickles still hasn't used. Pickles' movement is insane. He stays alive. Domo now in the driving seat. As Kelvin is still insanely low, but they aren't going to find anything with this one. That Uber just went nowhere, and it just happened to be a force. And Warped is now trying to escape this Lanza scout because that's what they've opted for. So Lanza is off Soldier, and Snowdream finding the headshot to Kelvin and takes him down. That's very unfortunate. And Pickles, it does escape the house just to stay nice and safe. And Hemp and Lanza are running in with Ghana to try and find Pickles. Pickles has taken a bit of damage already, but it looks like they're all going to get cleaned up. Oh, nice headshot from Snowdream to deny Lanza of that one. Ghana getting low as well. Just taking down Crayon is on a killing spree with five kills there. And this is a dominant gameplay from AWOOOOO.
It is, exactly as I said, like the rounds they win, they're going to be complete slams, and this is one of those rounds. Snowdream watching the same sideline as he was before. Junu's up on Sniper again. We'll see if Junu can deny Snowdream as Snowdream rotates far back. And yeah,
just seeing a classic forward hold currently, yeah. And they're still opting for the Sniper though in this forward hold. They have got Snowdream down on the cliff area, just watching that angle for them. So they've left Domo at main instead, which is an interesting way of doing a forward hold when you have a Sniper. But Juno, like you said, is up on the Sniper right now, and looks like Domo gets gone on by Eskimo, and is getting insanely low right now. And they might have to use. Oh, never mind, they don't use the Uber, but Domo is probably going to get dropped here, and Head getting low as well. Juno does clean him up with the flamethrower. Ghana jumping in really deep, trying to get on top of the Sniper of Snowdream right there, but doesn't find him in the end. Snowdream is still there, but does get arrowed up nicely by Pickles, and they are just going to make their way back. So they have managed to break this forward hold, which is a good start. But 10 seconds.
Snowdream got piped there and surfed onto the fence and gave Ghana the absolute wiggle.
Oh my god, Snowdream!
Oh no.
He eats him alive, and this Uber is so good at 0 cat time. 3 minutes left on the clock for Beyond Ora Elektro. They didn't get a single cap during that round. And that was... To me, that was all Snowdream.
It just was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, and Domo's trap as well, finding like 2 picks and then the third one going down. It's just so dominant from the side of AWOOOOO as they come in onto the mid fight, shooting some stickies over at both Demo men. 2 stickies dealing a lot of damage to Domo here, but he gets healed up. He's full health with the buff as 2 people falling on the side of blue, and now AWOOOOO looking like they want to get aggressive, but the junior sniper peeking over on the cliff, trying to see if he can find the pick onto the scout, but he really can't. He's not finding anything, as Lanza goes down as well to the scout of Cecil, and now blue are deciding to get aggressive, but it's looking way too late for them.
They've already got this cap in the bag as well. Junior's trying to peek on the Charlie area. Acicle just sort of standing forwards for Pickles just to be there so they can get out. Oh my god, Doma gets thrown into the skybox and does indeed die to full damage, but Pickles has his Uber now and is making his way out, fearing for his life, because Junior on Sniper is a real threat right now. But that is the first cap coming out from the side of Beyond Ora Elektro, which is a very good start. Goner is setting up a trap on Cliff, and Crown is just sort of hanging out there right now just to see if he's spot anything out. And they're going to make their way out through left now, Nhaaj.
Yeah, indeed, as both the soldiers trade on the grass area, Eskimo and the Warped, absolutely destroying one another, as Snowdream's trying to peek on the cliff area, and Juno is hiding behind the rock. They're both facing to each other, but there's an obstruction in the way. Looks like Juno's trying to get the sightline onto Piggle's forehead, but forehead in trap, please.
And what bombs in, kills Juno immediately, which is a very good start to this. Goner is getting insanely low right now and does in fact have the Uber use on him, but Pickles, with his insane positioning, just walks in there and doesn't get hit for any damage at all. And Goner is now piping Crayon to complete oblivion and totally denies him. Doma is on the point of low right now with no beam attached to him, and he's insanely low, does receive an arrow from Pickles. Very well played from him to keep him alive. And a nice headshot from Snowdream onto Lanza and takes him down. And oh my god, Goner destroys Warped as well. This is just a massive frag movie. Oh my giddy aunt.
They're going insane. The snipers on both sides doing so much work, pulling so much weight, but it's like they're not seeing each other right now.
Do you see Snowdream jump there on trying to see him? He's like, oh my god, Juno with the body shot to Crown as well to take him down with a fully charged body shot. Warp goes in finally and takes down Juno. So that's going to leave Piggles with the freedom to start moving around, and Warp is in behind currently on the house. This gets spotted out by Eskimo. He's going to jump for the pack and try and lay out there. Absolutely demolished by Eskimo and taken down. Goddard is moving in really deep though, but does get piped by Domo. Eskimo now going for the bomb on top of Pickles to see if he can get it to happen, but he is just going to try and opt to go for the sniper, gets piped down by Domo and dies, and that is looking really good currently for the side of AWOOOOO, as they are going to make their way forwards with their fake Uber, and Kelvin has now popped out his Uber. Pickles still doesn't have, he's on 97%. If he gets piped now, it could be all over, but does find the Uber and manages to pick up Domo as well, which is really insane. He manages to keep him alive, but Snowdream with the headshot to Juno as well, and that is going to mean they're going to run all the way forwards, but Domo getting insanely low, but Domo with the pipe to take down him. A headshot to Kelvin from Snowdream, and Eskimo is going to see if he can do anything, but I'm doubting.
Bro, Snowdream is on fire. It's not even funny. Like, it's fully over for the enemy team as soon as they step into the line of sight.
Yeah, Lanza is trying to make some piped by Domo, just gets immediately eaten, and Domo hits him with the question mark. Eskimo going for the bomb to Pickles, but Pickles has got the movement. There is no way that you're going to kill this man.
It's absolutely insane how well they're playing right now, as Cecil takes a fat body shot straight to his gut there, but now blue team rotating, trying to get themselves up onto cliff. They're trying to get buffs out, by the looks of things, maybe not going for a sack wave, and instead just building on cliff with the sniper.
Junior got piped down by Domo. Not sure how that one happened. He got spammed in 2 hit on cliff. And Eskimo going for a backwards bomb. Goner gets air headshot there by Snowdream.
Oh, no.
And taking down Lanza as the only one left alive on the pack, but just get directed by Warp and takes him down. And that is going to be all the players on the side of Beyond Ora Elektro dying there. And Junior is still up on that sniper to see if he can make something happen, which is probably a good op there, but they are going for the forward hold right now, and Domo is out on the left-hand side this time around, along with Snowdream just peeking that area. Yeah,
as soon as people started dying there, everyone just cedes to last.
Kelvin actually got body shot there by Juno and nearly died, and it was close. But Kelvin has now used our Uber. Pickles has the superior Uber trade with Warped right now. And it's like Eskimo's managed to get him behind as well to Acicle, but Lanza getting killed there by the sniper rifle of Snowdream. But Pickles' movement is insane. He's ducking and diving all of these rockets and manages to stay alive while getting sandwiched by 2 players.
Oh my god.
And it's insane, man, how he's surviving in these scenarios. But Kelvin has managed to find an Uber advantage off that trade because they did use first, so they're just going to be seeing if they can get anything done here.
Pickles is actually going nuts right now. Like, if he doesn't get any sort of compliment for his movement from his team by the end of this game, it's just like I'd leave.
Oh, Pickles is getting insane lower now. Junior has managed to light him on fire, and Lanza goes in behind for the cleanup with like 2 HP and manages to take down Pickles. Good sacks from them. They do manage to find the medics. That's going to mean that they're all going to start moving back, apart from Domo. Oh, Kelvin!
Oh no!
I can't believe it. He shoots him in the toe.
How does that happen? You get the little foot on his screen and he just shoots it.
Oh, it's really upsetting to see. But Juno is trying to get something to happen on this point, as it has gone to 0 seconds on the clock right now. And Pickles has respawned, and they do have this uber advantage they can work with, and the heal advantage. Kelvin has now respawned, is making his way onto mid, but Lanza is getting piped horrendously by Domo. Kelvin with some nice arrows to keep him alive, however, and Domo is now. Oh my god, he's destroying them! He's taking a 1v3 right now and managing to win it somehow, but does decide to move away.
Nice job by blue team there, by Ora there, by getting off of the point and just leaving it while they waited for their respawns without like giving them a longer one. But yeah, it very much caused him to get spammed massively, but Snowdream finds the head. He finds another one at the corner! He's going crazy!
Snowdream is just ploughing forwards, and Hemp gets pumped as well by Domo. Insane coming out from him. And imagine, is he going to find these kills? He finds another one! Junior is the only one that gets pumped by Domo. Domo with the 3k to survive for that one. And they are going to cap out at this point, and that's going to be another round at the side of AWOOOOO!
AWOOOOO! It's going
Domo
so heavily.
Absolutely massive for that one.
Is this going to be a 3-0 slam?
It's going to be a slam.
Oh no.
Oh no. How many more headshots are we going to see in this game though? Snowdream is going absolutely insane. He's carrying the team on his massive cozy camper back right now. And Domo has managed to make his way into mid and is against Gono. Gono gets body shot there by the sniper, so revealing that they have a sniper once more, and Eskimo goes in now, just trying to get on top of Snowdream, but Snowdream's dropped all the way back and does find the kill onto Eskimo in fact, but they have taken all this room. Gono taking loads of damage from Domo, but we are seeing Warped in behind, trying to get on top of Kelvin. Does find a few nice rockets and nearly takes down Goner. And Pickles has managed to stay alive throughout all of this, and they have got all of the runes to play with, and they are going to get this cap. And Ubers are even because no medics have died.
Indeed, but it's like the Snowdream sniper, like at this point you have to be fearing what he can do. Like you need to have a play onto just the sniper, or else you're not going to be able to push. If you try and push this without using early, like you're going to get destroyed. But if you use early, then Pickles is just going to use way after and come back in. Which
is exactly what has just happened. And Ace Core is now running forwards, and Domo Uber does fade, and Domo is trying to get something to happen. But Eskimo is now alone on house and is getting scattergun down at range. Ace Core does jump on top of his face and scattergun him into the dirt to kill him. And they are just going to be resetting the situation. Snowdream is moving forwards, but does spy on Goner on the cliff area, so he's going to make his way back onto rock. And they're just going to be chilling out once again, probably seeing another stalemate. Crayon, they're making their way forward so hard. Both scouts are in. Goner goes down to a body shot, and they are getting collapsed upon right now, and they're going to have to leave this one and go all the way back to spawn, because AWOOOOO with the aggression just taking them down.
No, this is just so heavily in favour of the side of AWOOOOO right now as they forward hold again. No pyro on the side of Ora this time to try and push out through the far left. But indeed, as I say that, they do come out and they do deal a lot of damage. They find the pick onto Domo, but Lancer trades in return, and they're going to be pushing forward onto the point. As Eskimo goes in mega deep, launches Snowdream onto the Pride Rock, but he's still in behind as the Ubers are traded, and he gets the spam rockets onto Snowdream. So that's 2 down on the side of blue.
During that entire period, they did take an Uber trade, and Warped is now trying to fight as many people as humanly possible on the point right now, and Pickles is managing to find the heals onto them, but he did have to pop them on. But Goner is, he does go down to the rockets of Warp, but Warp gets cleaned up there for that bomb, and they now have the Demo Man advantage on the side of AWOOOOO, and Pickles again with the nice arrows to keep them all alive and healthy. But they have got 2 minutes down on that clock, so they could decide to play passively and just use their sniper now, because they have time to play with.
Exactly. And as you say that, they're all rotating forward through the far left side on the left side of rock here, but Lancer in behind manages to find the pick onto Snowdream, which is fantastic for his team right now, as that sniper is doing such detrimental work for the side of AWOOOOO. And Eskimo's in on Pickles. He beefs the rocket.
Pickles with the movement
is insane.
Pickles with the movement. He survives. He just pop out the Uber. That was amazing from him. And he docked so many rockets. That was amazing.
Pickles is actually like a ballerina at this point. I don't understand what's going on.
His team are like, get down, Mr. President, but Pickles, my God, can that man move?
Oh, he's incredible. That was crazy.
The Uber has now been popped out from the side of Beyond Ora Elektro. They are just going to use this one to take the point for free. Pickles is already way out of there, though. There's no way they're getting on top of him. But Snowdream and Crayon do go down for their sins of staying in there while the rest of their team just escaped there. And that is going to be an Uber advantage swaying to AWOOOO's favour, which is going to be good for them. But they are setting up a forward hold right now, which is what they need to do in this scenario, just so that they don't give away the point for free and end up losing this with 30 seconds left on AWOOOO's clock for this one. Aetical now up on the Pyro. Domo is walking through. Takes so much damage, but we are seeing Warp manage to get through, and they've dealt so much damage, and they're just going to walk through on the damage alone. Weak. Yeah, they're all weak right now.
Yeah, it's like Warped just bombing in, managed to deal like stupid amounts of damage, especially with the spam of Domo and Snowdream trying to like get an angle too. It's like they dealt so much damage to all of the players, taking them all down to sub 100 health, and just managed to like push them all the way back to the point, so they had to go back for heals.
Yeah, we did see an Uber come out from Pickles, however, and they went through with Domo, and now they've killed Kelvin, which is exactly what they needed for this round. And Beyond Ora Elektro's dreams of winning this game are in tatters. And it looks like it's going to be a 3-0 now, man, because Pickles managed to get 100% Uber now. After that Uber. I'm not sure if you found a source somewhere, because that is insanely fast to get Uber back.
Yeah. He has to have gotten an Uber saw there. Like, there's no way he's got his Uber like fully all the way on this much time, at least. Lanza, oh no, Eskimo manages to find the pick onto Domo, but Lanza goes down while coming in behind. As now Gona is so aggressive on his own, and they just use a double scout Uber to clean him up really easily. And
yes. Sorry to interrupt you, but Snowdream has now done his job, and they sent players back to try and kill Snowdream. It looks like Warped is going to be fighting Juno and Hemp on the point right now, and Crayon is just left alone. Let's find a nice meat shot onto Juno, but doesn't take down Domo with some pipes as well to help clean up on that damage. And it's looking strong right now from AWOOOO. They're definitely in the driver's seat for this game.
And I mean, if Ora can find this round here, maybe we could see a turnaround. But I mean, with how this sniper's been playing, like, I feel like at this point, Snowdream should just get off sniper. Like, he's had his time, he's absolutely annihilated the entire game. If he just goes on scout now and they go like stupid aggressive, they could easily take this. But it looks like they're just not.
If it's not broke, why fix it, you know? Like, just keeping Snowdream on that sniper class could be really good for them. If they find the headshot to Kelvin, that's probably what they're playing for. Because he has been domed a lot of times, but Pickles is now out on Lower Cliff right now, but we are seeing Eskimo getting taken down there by Crayon, so no background aggression from the side of Beyond Ora Elektro. The Uber situation is now evening out, and Pickles gets bombed on, only just finds his Uber, and Gona is just trying to sticky off Crayon right now. We're not finding anything. Domo is finding more damage onto the side of Beyond Ora Elektro, however, and Snowdream finds the headshot to Gona. That's exactly what you need if you're AWOOOO in this situation. We are seeing the collapse onto the point right now. Well, Warped is getting so much damage onto them, and they all grouped up on this point right now because no one else can. But Warped went huge. They've taken everyone down. It's just Kelvin left alive. He has to find some saws. He gets panned down by Domo, and it's 3-0. GG, well played.
And that's the best of 3 series to the side of AWOOOO.
Well. Now, like I said, though, I don't reckon it would have gone to a third map, you know, if they did win Granary, so that was my prediction. Kinda nailed. But I did not think it would be that level of dominance. Snowdream was amazing, but I've got to give MVP to Pickles. His movement was ridiculous. Yeah,
Pickles went absolutely crazy. Like, he absolutely dismantled them there.
He ate them alive during that game. That was just... It's a very dominant showing from the side of AWOOOO. Like, they just had Domo dealing so much damage. I mean, Crayon was he was doing so well on Scout considering he plays Soldier for their team. And Snowdream went absolutely mental for that one as well. So we have indeed now got some logs that we can start going through. But I think the big telling to this one, all we're going to see is that Pickles died less than Kelvin did. And we saw a bunch of headshots coming out from Snowdream. So I think that's just like the winning formula for that entire game.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, exactly as you said, it went that way. But I mean, Domo with 454 DPM, like,
ouch.
That's a lot of damage, and 2 deaths coming out of Pickles as well.
Yep, like I said.
Compared to the 7, it definitely went heavily to the side of Woo on that second map.
Yeah,
I mean,
we did see the 18 headshots from Snowdream there, and only 2 from Junu. So Junu getting absolutely ramboed by Snowdream, and Warped did an insane job of managing to find all the bombs that he needed during that game, and Domo with, of course, all the damage. But Piggles with 2 deaths is just like, oh so crisp.
it is just absolutely incredible. Like, the damage coming out of Domo, the amount Piggles was able to stay alive. It's like the headshots coming out of Snowdream and Crayon, like, absolutely pounding on Scout alongside a Cecil. Like, it's just over. And with Warped finding the insane distraction plays and frags that he found, especially at the end there, finding 2 people with 1 rocket to like allow his team to come forward, it's incredible.
Indeed. I am poking some players so we can get some interviews going on for this game in DD. So we do have Eskimo and Junu joining us in a moment shortly. As we do have Junu and Eskimo now joining us. How do you feel, guys?
Just amazing after this victory. Just really good. It was a close one, but we managed to scrape it out in the end. So.
How do you think Grano is going on for you guys in your team comps? I kind of want to know, because during that entire game, it just seemed like one gigantic Resident Sleeper stalemate gameplay. So what was going through on your team comps during that period?
I don't know. Like, I kind of took over as main code because that's kind of what they got me in for, I guess, because I don't know, they were having some internal struggles, and I like playing the game controlled, but eventually at some point, I don't know, stalemating wasn't really like our objective, like, because I realized at some point that they couldn't handle the chaos. Like, that's the only reason we kind of contested so much in the golden cap, is because they would shit their pants. Am I allowed to do curse? They would.
It's fine. Just go for it.
Man. Just try and keep it a little bit PG.
They would soil themselves. Anytime we pushed the flank, they would freak. So I don't know. Like, the only reason I would stalemate is just because it was the natural thing that happened. Like, I was trying to break the stalemates a lot, so I don't know. Was it really that slow? It didn't feel slow.
It was very slow, but I mean, like, for you, I guess it wouldn't have felt as slow as it was because your just sheer like willingness to go for the flank every single time allowed you to be behind all the time, and it just really took out one of the puzzle pieces for the enemy team to actually go forward properly.
Yeah, every time that you may not have seen it, but from our perspective, they were sending three players back sometimes just for you because they were panicking that hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you said, they soiled themselves when they saw that happening. Of course, as well, I must ask Junu, how does it feel trying to snipe against Snowdream? Because he went absolutely mental on product.
I didn't notice him. I noticed the soldiers.
Whoa, BM!
To be honest, no, I didn't like.
Snow?
I don't think he killed me.
I think he sniped me maybe like twice when I was on sniper. I don't remember. But it was mostly the soldiers getting onto me.
Yeah,
or
it
like
was.
Someone
it was a lot
getting
of
to run into me.
Yeah, Warped was just in behind you guys like all the time. They only ran one soldier for the entire map. Snowdream was on sniper for the entire time, and Crayon, of course, was on scout instead of being on soldier, so that they could use 2 scouts, I guess, which is what we've seen from a lot of teams, like on product in a lot of games recently. But
I don't know. I think the cookie cutter is better. It's just like when they played around it really, really, really well. Like, they played off the sniper just better than we could play against the sniper, because Domo just knew how to play that situation better. Like, Domo 5 that's going to 14. Like, I'm not blaming Gona, obviously, but their team in general just knew how to play off the sniper way better.
Indeed, I bet they've just been practicing that full on. But
yeah,
for you, Eskimo, how did it feel trying to get on top of him during that game? Because I did see you go in a few times to try and land some rockets. I was trying to get him to get away so that you could keep Kelvin safe. But how did it feel trying to get past the scouts and past Domo?
Like, the thing that probably like actually made them win is that it really wasn't that difficult. Like it wasn't awful. Like it wasn't hell on earth. I did die a lot, but it wasn't that hard to get onto snow and pressure him. It was that the entire rest of their team went forward and killed us. Like we would just lose that fight every single time. So I don't know. They had very good coordination. Like the second me and Lancer would bomb, they would kind of just walk forward and take a 5v4. Realistically, like sometimes they would bring one scout back, but they still just managed to win the fight because Domo was going absolutely crazy, I guess.
Aye, indeed. So what are we going to see coming out from Beyond Ora Elektro next season? You guys got anything lined up?
I have no idea. I'm not part of this team, so Yanu will have to answer that.
No.
No. Fantastic. I'm glad that you're so on board with the Beyond Ora Elektro hype train, man.
I think there was a lot of struggle. Like EverX bailed. He refused to play playoffs, I hear. So rumor has it. That's the reason I'm here.
It kind of crumbled from there, like the hopes of continuing this team after the season.
Unfortunate, because I really liked Beyond Ora Elektro as a team. Actually, I thought that you guys had a real shot in winning these games. To be honest, I thought if it went to Sunshine, you guys would have won it. But I said that if you lose Granary, it might be over because they're that level of dominant on Viaduct.
They were just a lot better at playing, like, stable. Like, they would never really go for these plays. Like, I don't think they really pushed our flank once. But, like, it's about the fundamentals. Like, that's how you win matches. You don't win with going for chaos. You win with the fundamentals because chaos happens a lot less, I guess.
Yeah.
And we just lacked... Like, I tried to call, but with a new caller, like a new main caller that they weren't used to, it took a while to really, like, get into good groove, I guess.
Oh, indeed. Any questions from you, Nhaaj?
No, nothing that's really been covered. But I mean, like, well, how's the build up to this point, like, been for you guys?
Do you mean
how do you feel like
to this match?
Yeah, to this match. How do you feel like the season's gone for you guys so far?
I don't know. I didn't play, so Yanu will have to answer.
Hello, what?
How do you feel like the season went?
The end was downhill. Otherwise, it was pretty cool. It was fun.
Fair enough.
They carried the torch of the original Ora Elektro. I don't know. I can't say I give this team my blessing. I think they should have won Div 1. Then I'd give my blessing.
All right.
Wow, they already changed the name on ETF2L. Yonu, what the hell?
What?
Did you do that?
No, I didn't.
Somebody just changed the name.
All right. So, looking at the brackets currently, so thank you guys for your interviews as well. Looking at the brackets, it means Beyond Ora Elektro are out. Sad face. I wanted you guys to have a game against Will Doof because they look like a strong team at the moment. But AWOOOOO is moving on to fight them, and looks like Clarted beat them, so they got Clarted in the final, and Verlas Doof versus AWOOOOO, and then the winner of that will be into the final. So, I want to know your guys' predictions on who is going to win between those matchups.
I think AWOOOOO will probably beat the Germans, because the Germans... obviously, I don't have that much experience like in Div 1, but from what I've seen, the Germans are just pure chaos as well. And, you know, even as much as they crumbled and as much as they brought people back for when I went behind so many times, they still won. So obviously they're not that bad at playing against chaos. Like it worked, obviously. So I think AWOOOOO win that one, and then I think that Ringo / Crunch. Ringo. What a legendary squadron.
Yeah, so legendary, my dude.
They're so funny at LAN.
Eskimo.
Yeah.
AWOOOOO already lost to the Germans once.
Huh?
They already lost to the Germans once.
Oh, really? Was that main season?
No. In playoffs.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa. I don't know. That must have been some sort of anomaly.
Alright. Eskimo, any shout-outs from you as we're going to round this one up?
I think Clarted will win Division 1 because I love them. My shout-outs. I love Hempus for creating the original Ora Elektro and then creating this. I like Credu. Wait, I'm just going to read this list, actually. I got a big one. Leth.
Can you shout me out?
No. Leth, for being good boy. Magic Geezer KN for being good at air shots. Credu. Azunas. Eames. That's everyone.
Nice. Genu, shoutouts from you.
I was gonna give shoutouts to Eskimo,
Oh.
but he didn't give me any shoutouts, so I'm not gonna give him any shoutouts.
Shout out to Oscar.
Amazing.
Shoutouts to
Nhaaj,
Eskimo.
Alright,
Shoutouts to Hempus.
Alright.
And my former team, I think. I think this team's dead now.
Whoa. Somebody
Alright.
changed
Eskimo,
the name
you
on
killed it.
ETF2L, so it's freaking dead.
Spaghettios. Nhaaj, any shoutouts from you?
I'd like to give a shout out to my current team, that being Satan, Shadu, Flick, Grumpy Koi, myself, and yeah, that's about it really. The other one can pie himself. And then I'd also like to give a shout out to Scopes for being a good sport throughout the entire time of me trying to get to anywhere I've tried to get to, really.
Did my air shot get on camera actually before you
Yes.
finished? Oh, nice.
Yes.
Thank you.
So I'm going to give shout outs to Wiethoofd for producing this one. Thank you very much, my friend, for doing that one. And shout outs to Copenhagen Games. Big plug, boys. Big plug incoming. I've segued this one nicely. So hopefully you're all going to Copenhagen Games and you're going to enjoy yourself there. It's between the 17th to the 20th of April, so be there or be square. And hopefully we won't have any squares. And yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be exciting. There's a big prize pool on the line. It's going to be great. Unfortunately, we're not getting any Americans, I don't think, that are travelling, but we have got pretty much a ton of EU teams. So it's going to be absolutely muy excelente. And shout outs to Team Rush as well. And that is all from me and all from Nhaaj and Wiethoofd. Thanks to both of you guys for the interviews and thanks to the teams for playing. And we will catch you all next time on Critscast. And don't forget to buy merch or I'll be angry.
Oh, Beaver! Away!